This is Cruise Control Weekly. In the next few minutes, you'll hear all about the car cruises, car clubs, and car shows in the Western Pennsylvania area. Here's your host, Jim Zufall.
And we are here at Cruise Control Weekly at the very first car cruise of the 2009 season of the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise. We're right here at Northway Christian Community in Wexford, Pennsylvania, the home of the Starlite Car Cruise. 2008 and 2007 were wonderful years. It looks like we're off to a great start here in 2009. Last year, this cruise closed out with an estimated 1,700 cars. We look to be going well beyond that already here on opening night at the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise. We're going to talk to a number of people that are part of the volunteer team that make this cruise work, as well as some of the directors and the people that have been on the ground for the entire history of this 9-year event. So stick with us as we take a look at the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise opening night.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Love with the Northern Regional Police Department, and you're watching Cruise Control Weekly.
Night one of the car cruise season. Man, I think my first impression is what an awesome weather we had here. I think the people were just pent up. They couldn't wait for really the car cruise season to start, and I guess that's kind of where we are right now, and people were shined up and ready to go. I was just amazed at the attitude, the spirit of people, the cooperation. It just seemed to have a really nice feel to it all the way around.
Well, my first impression would be the volume of cars. First night we've ever had over 2,000, and nobody counted past 2,000, so that was very impressive. And of course, the weather cooperated, and the people, they just had a great time.
It's unbelievable. We've got probably 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people walking around our grounds. We're almost at the complete capacity that we're able to hold on to. Approximately 1,600 cars is about our max, and I think we can safely say that we've reached that tonight.
Well, this is the first night of the car cruise for 2009, and it's the weather's been awesome, so the crowd is just amazing. There's just people everywhere, and the entire parking lot of the church is filled up, which is pretty sizable since we've added on. So I look forward to a lot of great things for this coming year, and today's been a wonderful start. There's just all kinds of everything. I don't care what your tastes are. There's a bunch of cars here that'll fit whatever it is that you like, whether it's a tuner, an old muscle car, an antique. Oh gosh, there's just anything and everything here.
Well, I think expectations tonight are, once we get used to the new configuration, since we moved the vendors back to a more central location on the campus and have expanded the upper parking lot, that folks will get a little more used to that, and the flow will be easier. I know a lot of people had trouble getting in on 19 because of construction and some other things that were going on, and people finding their way in a new route. I'm hoping that it'll settle out and folks will get used to just a kind of whole new traffic flow at the cruise, and it'll be easier for everyone. So I promise, if you're frustrated with that, I'm sorry. We did the best we can, but hang with us, and it'll get better.
Well, 2009 I'm sure will be the best year ever. We partnered with a TV station. We've partnered with a restaurant who's sponsoring us, so I see bigger and better things, and obviously the word is getting around. We had people here all the way from Somerset, Newcastle, and even West Virginia, so we continue to grow.
Well, I think this year's going to be bigger than ever. As word gets out, as Cruise Control Weekly and the website gets out there, people are going to be just tuning in and finding out what's going on a weekly basis. I think when people come here for the first time, they can't believe what they're seeing.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what this year is going to hold, but just because there's been growing participation in the surrounding business community with Sonic restaurants coming on board, and just better participation with the local car dealerships. For example, tonight there's already a brand new Camaro here, which is the first one I've ever seen. There's an XLR Cadillac here even, which those are real rare to see. Just the increased participation from everyone, and just there's just more cars of every description. So I'm just looking forward to a wonderful year with all kinds of, you name it, it's been here and it will be here.
Well, the more vehicles, the more people, that does increase the workload, but there are so many good volunteers here that share that load with you, that in the camaraderie, it doesn't seem like work. It's a labor of love for the cruise community and Northway Christian Community Church.
Well, I think it's fair to say I started off as just volunteering to this role about 3 years ago, and it's slowly grown to a place where I think we've been able to formalize some of the process. And as the director of the cruise, what excites me the most is getting to a place where I don't feel that I have to do everything or manage everything, because we've got such a great group of volunteer people here. The volunteers and the staff are just incredible in their commitment, their heart for the car cruise, their heart for Jesus, and their heart for people in general. So that's been a neat thing to see happen since I've had this role for a few years.
Well, I've been here since the beginning, and actually a gentleman came up to me today. His name was Roger, and said he was here the very first cruise, and we were praying for 50 cars. So obviously we've come a long way, and boy, every year it's just gotten more and more cars. Doesn't necessarily transmit into a better car cruise, but in our case it does, because we're able to handle it and people are getting in and out, and it's just a great crowd. I mean, the feeling is amazing when you have this many cars, this many people.
Oh man. Day 1, 2000, there was 120 cars here. You could see it in 10 minutes. Now you can spend all evening walking around here and you still won't see everything. It's, what do we have, 2 acres of parking lot maybe? And if you come and bring a camera, because you're going to see all kinds of really terrific things, and you won't see it all, so you'll just have to keep coming back.
It's been unbelievable, especially the last couple of years. The growth has really caught on. I mean, we've had people come here from New York, West Virginia, Ohio, as far away as Philadelphia, and so the word is really getting out there about this cruise. People come and they get a really good experience, and I think that's why they keep coming back.
Well, growth is on both sides. Naturally, more and more people have started to come to these cruises, and as volunteers, we have to respond to that and increase our commitment, increase staff, planning, how to get in, how to get out, handle the traffic. During the construction phase, there were some issues with moving the food vendors, etc., but it all worked out. It was a temporary inconvenience for a permanent improvement.
We have several questions we always get. Why don't we charge money, even $1 or $3? What is it that makes us so special? And first of all, we don't charge money because it's our gift. Our gift is a community, and it's really all about community. And Northway Christian Community is about families being together and community, enjoying the time together as family and friends. So from a ministry aspect, our heart is really to embrace our community. You know, we don't really we try to just live out the gospel in our lives, and our attitude is come and see, come into our building, come and see what happens here, enjoy a beautiful summer night, and bring your vehicle and your friends and join with us. And you're always welcome here. I think a lot of folks ask the question, well, am I allowed in that building? Well, of course you are, and that's why we do it, as a way to invite the community into our church to enjoy what we enjoy.
And that's it for week 1 at the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise here on Cruise Control Weekly. What an incredible night. Over 2,000 cruise vehicles on site, an estimated 5,000 people here at the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise. This is only week 1. It's May 22nd here at the Starlite Car Cruise, and you better believe there's going to be a lot more people here as the year goes on. At Cruise Control Weekly, we're going to cover a number of events this year, probably none quite as big as the Wexford Starlite Car Cruise, but stay tuned at youtube.com/Cruise Control Weekly for all upcoming cruises and events throughout the summer.